Call First Republic at 718-380-0006 and eliminate the middleman.
A lot of folks, we just discussed before I was coming on the show, you and me, that you know, a lot of folks want to take an advantage of the weekends. A lot of folks have a time off, day off from their job, they're relaxing. They want to come and sit down in my office with me, whether they are refinancing or they're purchased, because they need to know the whole details information. Yeah. And as far as the rate goes, we have the lowest rate right now going on is 5.5% with the APR of 6.38. This is the best thing that a lot of people took an opportunity to find out if they can qualify for this program. So.
Yeah, well, I guess, you know, you certainly got a lot of phone calls, and a lot of people came in to 110 Jericho Turnpike in Floral Park, New York, to take a look, not just take a look at the great John Fahim, but to actually find out how you could help them moving ahead, because just about everybody that I talk to these days, John, is having a hard time financially. And people need to know how they can best streamline their own personal finances. And one of the best ways to do this, of course, is through the process of refinancing.
That's correct. Roy, I love the word streamline. A lot of folks don't understand. You have to streamline your loan, that we can also customize your loan also to as per your need, like paying off your debts, like paying off your car loans, paying off your credit card crunch, those higher interest rates figures, you know. A lot of folks are in trouble paying the mortgage. This is the perfect time. I have perfect, you know, two of my clients that who already took the loan from me not too long ago, just a year ago. And they came back to me again because they had accumulated some more credit card crunch since the rates are low.
I know they did exactly what you advised them not to do.
Right, and then they did it.
They did,
redid it.
I know.
Well, they have lots of equity in their home, so they paid off, get some additional cash out of their pocket because they want to take an opportunity of 5.5% interest rate. So which is fine, which is great. So I sat down with them and we customized the loan, and they have closed the loan already. So I want to let the folks know that it is not over. Still, a lot of people, we are still thinking, we are snoozing that, you know what, we are going to call tomorrow, or we're going to call later on today. Why not right now at this time while I'm in the studio?
And I tell you something, John, tomorrow never comes.
Never comes. We don't know. I'm going to live or not tomorrow.
Exactly. So the tens of thousands of listeners out there, many of whom can be helped by John Fahim and First Republic Mortgage Bankers, we are urging that you call 718-325-5555 right now to speak to John Fahim. He's in the studio, in office this morning. And of course, the early bird definitely, gets most of the attention. John will be here till 2 o'clock this afternoon.
Absolutely.
But when you call now, first come.
First served.
First served, as they say. 718-325-5555 for John Fahim from First Republic Mortgage Bankers. Again, the man has a wealth of experience when it comes to advising you as to the right route to travel, the right road to take. He has all the experience. And John, we talked a bit about refinancing, but it's also a great time for folks looking to actually purchase.
That's correct, Roy. It is the time to purchase a property. We call it a buyer's market. A lot of places have short sales. The property was selling for $400 one time. They have bring down the price to $300. So you have $100,000 equity on the property. I have a very close friend of mine. He just bought the house in Long Island. The previous owner bought the house for $409,000. And they sold it to $335,000. We have interviewed Mr. Hussain. Remember last week?
Oh, yeah.
This is one of the things that I can say right now. I'm myself an investor. You know, I buy a house and I keep it and I sell it. I am personally myself looking for all those houses so I can make those money within a year or two. So this is the perfect time to buy a house.
Yeah. Well, I mean, John Fahim, you're just one of these individuals who doesn't need a bailout.
No, that's not right. But, the situation, all the big boys are going into trouble. Hey, you never know. But you know what? I plan financially.
John, we talk about the big boys going into trouble, and we don't want to make light of this, know. But the truth is that, Washington politics as we know it, and the Wall Street the Wall Street Titans and the Wall Street jive that they run by us, whenever the situation situation seems a little bit, and it's made to seem more serious than it really is. You know?
That's correct.
It's just my opinion, you know. And I've talked to some people who really know the deal,
That's
and we're
correct.
not saying it's not serious. It is serious. The subprime situation has really made it a difficult time to get credit most of the time for most people. Of course, at First Republic Mortgage Bankers, credit problems are understood. We know
Understood,
that.
right.
Yeah, but generally speaking, it's a tough time to get credit. The big boys play games so that they can reinforce their own situations.
That's correct.
At a time like this.
Yeah.
You know what? So we just want to let our people know out there that, yes, it's serious, but it's really not. There's a lot of politics going on. It's not really as serious as they make it seem.
That's correct.
Right.
Roy, but I'll tell you, like you just mentioned, is the purchase time, is the buyer's market, and the perfect time to buy your first time home. How you can qualify, I can tell you right now how you can qualify. Even your credit is not that perfect right now. What we can do is the credit counseling right now for you. And if you cannot buy a house right now, you can buy it within the next 2 months or 3 months. I just took a loan last week, and the credit score was not that great, but I'm working on it, trying to bring her a score what we needed in order to make this deal happen. She got a great income, that lady. She's a nurse. She needed exactly what she needed, so I'm working on it. So like I say, if you don't have a good credit, understood. Less than perfect credit, understood. Call me right now, and this second I can let me help you.
Well, one of the great things about First Republic Mortgage Bankers is that credit problems are understood. And again, John Fahim in studio this morning. The man knows everything there is to know about the business. Call him at 718-325-5555. John, quite a few calls came in earlier this morning. Matter of fact, the phone lines are blazing right now. We know that many of these calls are for you.
Absolutely, that's correct.
718-325-5555. We'll be talking later on this morning, John.
Thank you.
First Republic Mortgage Bankers is a licensed mortgage banker, direct lender in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Florida, Delaware, Maryland, Georgia, South Carolina, headquartered at 110 Jericho Turnpike, Floral Park, New York.